Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun because there's no such coaching anywhere on the internet as my coaching. I mainly coach in audio exchange as well as telephone sessions. I go through everything in coaching with you, starting with your childhood, adolescence, college years, up until today, in order for me to understand who you are today, the kind of blueprint of beliefs that you hold and that you operate from. It's really important for me to map out your history. And so whether it's audio exchange or the telephone session package that you book, I start from the beginning. Mother, father, guardian, anyone who had a great impact on you, SPs, divorces, anything that happened up until now, the beliefs that you absorbed from those experiences, and everything about in between is really important to me. No detail is too small. I'm interested in everything. The reason why, another very important reason why my coaching is unlike any other is because I take tremendous amount of notes. True story. Everybody gets a notepad in my coaching. Sometimes I start a second one. If the person stays longer, I take extensive notes. Just to give you an idea, a 20-minute audio in my coaching sometimes results in as many as 5 pages front and back on a legal pad. That is because it depends on how much information I need to cover, but everything is interesting to me. I need to write it out. It's a sort of transcript, but not exactly. It's the most interesting points that I would like to cover and comment on. After I'm done transcribing your audio, having listened to it first without any notes, and then, taking notes extensively, listening to certain passages more than once, I then record my own audio in response to yours, with my analysis, with further directions, further questions, and this is how we interact. In the audio exchange package, you have total of five telephone sessions. The first one is the one we start with at the beginning of the coaching, where you tell me what you'd like to work on. How are things up until now, and this and that. Then you have 4 more telephone sessions left. In between, of course, you have access to me via telephone, via text messages. That goes without saying. This kind of support, this kind of hold-handing, I'm not to brag, but I can't help. Having done the research, having heard so many different stories from my own clients throughout coaching, especially on YouTube for a year now. I've been coaching for 8 years total, 8.5 now. It doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. Most coaches on the internet, if you're lucky, they will get on the phone with you or on the Zoom rather once a week. They don't take these many notes. It's it's more or less like a therapy session. I won't lie, which is why it results in this kind of situation where a lot of clients who come to me, they usually say to me, I have tried so many different coaches and you're my last hope. I hear this all the time. 9 times out of 10, I hear this story. Okay. This is total truth. And because I don't know why, but I know what I know. This is the correct way of doing things. This is the thorough and correct way of doing things. And if you really want to invest your energy, time, and money into rediscovering yourself and reinventing yourself, 2 to 3 months with me is what I recommend. All right. The other package is what I mentioned is the telephone sessions. Basically, it's for somebody who wants to be on the phone rather than recording audios. Okay, and I understand. I have plenty of clients like that. It's perfectly all right. In this package, we talk 2 to 3 times per week. The session is an hour. I usually go over. and I record the session with your permission, of course, and then I transcribe it in the same manner I do with the audios. Okay, but with the audio, you have 20 minutes max, but on the phone, you have an hour, and thus the price is higher. All right. Again, in between, you have obviously interaction with me via email or text if you need to, but basically that's the deal. With the audio exchange, usually takes me a day or two to get back to you. Okay. In the most crazy situation, it takes me 3 days. Sometimes I'm overloaded, but I'm very diligent with that I need to get back to you. This is why I ask that you send one audio at a time. Okay. Upon booking my coaching, please sign the agreement, date it, and print your name, and send it back to me. It's just a formality. All of those points on the agreement are very self-explanatory to like 99.99% of people. It's just to alleviate some things that, quite frankly, I'd rather not deal with, such as people assuming that I'm a therapist. I'm not. Never said I was. I'm a coach. I don't tolerate disrespect. Everything is confidential unless it becomes like some kind of a criminal situation, which is understood. This is worldwide standard, where it's like I'm in danger, you're in danger, somebody's in danger. And I just ask for you to respect the rules that it's no longer than 20 minutes per time of an audio, unless I ask you to. If I ask you to, it's totally all right. Okay. If you've got any questions, please email me. My email is below. Sometimes there's a wait. It's like my coaching schedule is rather intense, I should say. I have like 20-25 people, but there are always people leaving, coming and going. And so your best bet is to book your coaching with me. I'll let you know when you can start. And that's just about it, because it's always like I really would like to work with the people, quite frankly, who are eager to change their lives. Okay. It just really works out best in the end. Like my best clients, which are most of them actually, I have amazing clients actually. I don't talk enough about this because they're really fucking wonderful is what they are. Really, I mean, all of them. Like right now in my coaching, like sometimes you hear me say certain things because I'm just reacting to this one person and this one person. It only be like 2 to 3 people entirely in a year in my coaching who have kind of pissed me off because I didn't expect for them to act this way. But for the major majority, they are amazing. I am so blessed. I'm so grateful. It's remarkable. So I'm very, very grateful. Thank you very much. So again, I was going to record this later, but I'm in between meetings, and I would like to start talking about this subject, and there may be a part 2, because this is a big subject, and the subject of today is how to become unfuckable with. It's been kind of brewing in my mind for some time. And it's one of those like all-encompassing situations where you really cover a lot. It's not just a speech, not just money, career, or, blah, house, this and that and the other. It's like all-encompassing: career, money, SP, the magical world right now. How to be unfuckable with. That's what we're talking about here. So if I can just put it into words that could explain, and this is honestly the reason I started this channel is for that very purpose, to really try to explain to other people, because of the fact that I saw how much misinformation there was on the internet with the dating coaches, with the other life coaches and the manifestational coaches. Not everybody knows what the fuck they're doing. Let me just say this now. All right. So the reason I started my channel was because of that. I was just kind of like, what? these people are teaching something. They have no fucking clue. They're just parroting back what they heard. That is not teaching. Let me just make this like crystal clear. If you haven't experienced it, if you don't have something of your own to teach, if you're just constantly parroting back Neville Goddard or whoever Abraham Hicks or whoever the fuck it is, you are a regurgitator of things. You're not a teacher. You don't have anything personal to offer. I'm talking experience. I'm talking your own, mystical experiences, your own fucking situations that you've experienced and saw in your own life and in your clients' lives. Like, with your own eyes that you manifested it and produced in other people's lives. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And that you add your own shebang to it, your own flavor, your own verbiage, your own kind of like je ne sais quoi, your own flavor, your own, again, verbiage comes to mind. Not reciting Neville. Everybody can do that. I can open the Neville Goddard's book and start reading. Oh, how fucking retarded would that be? Please. That's ridiculous. Okay? And I know people are going to get upset with me over the word retarded. I mean ridiculous. I am sorry. I apologize in advance. Okay. I think it's ridiculous. It's not yours to read Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard should be reading Neville Goddard. You should be producing new thoughts, okay? That's what the fuck you should be doing. So if I can just explain to you in the words that will relate. This world is just a hologram, okay? It's all easy. And I know some of you will have a lot of fucking resistance towards this for many different reasons because of your beliefs, which I work in my coaching extensively. Okay. But it's just a hologram. None of this is real in the sense that it's a projection of your consciousness. And even though momentarily you could get lost in your emotions like anger, frustration, resentment, all these kind of situations that you really don't want to feel, you can always bring yourself back by reminding yourself of who you really are and that this world you're experiencing isn't dependent upon anyone other than you. Nobody else is in charge, in other words. You're the CEO, you're the decider, you're the everything. This world of yours that you're experiencing isn't dependent upon anyone other than you. You're the one. You're like Neo, you're the one. All these people are you. You can change anybody. You can bring any SP back. You can have any money. It's all you. It's all yours. It's all yours anyway. So when you think of it in those terms, it is easy to manifest. And it's a very simple process. Now, parenthesis here, again, I'm tireless of repeating myself in this department, but parenthesis here is like provided you're painting on a new canvas. Now, what does that mean if you're new? And by the way, subscribe if you're new. You will learn a lot of things that you will not learn anywhere else. Provided that you've dealt with your past issues, your past beliefs, your past emotions. The emotions associated with your drama in the past, the ones that are holding you back currently. Manifestation is instantaneous, okay? How is it so? So once you wish for something, it is. First of all, it was before you even wish for it, okay? You've heard this from the Bible. Before you ask, I will answer. It basically means that it was already there. Manifestation is basically making it into the visible in your reality, okay? But instantaneous in the 3D can mean a day, 24 hours, an hour. It's not instantaneous like poof in 1 second, although it could be. Like I've just experienced a manifestation. I was thinking about a friend of mine and he just called me as I was recording it. And I'm like, well, we're going to have to wait on this conversation. But it was, I'm used to these kinds of things. But the thing is, you have to be clear of certain blockages like resentment, it usually has to do with emotions, okay? The entire universe, the reality of things is this. The entire universe is waiting on your bold, fearless commands. And even though you have certain hangups, you have certain situations that you're kind of like dealing with right now, it doesn't mean anything. It just means that you're looking to reverse what you're doing before, you were doing before. You're presented with a certain kind of report of your reality, and you're saying to yourself, okay, well, this was fun. Not. I'd like to create something completely different. How do I do it? I become bold and fearless. I go against my fears. I confront my fears. I'm bold and fearless enough to question if those fears and beliefs are even true. And they're not. Parenthesis here, they're always not. It's never been the case that the fears and the beliefs that stop you from doing something magical in your life are true. It's not true. It's just not true. And so you have to be so on purpose that you have to have this vision of your magical world. And how I started is like everything you want to have in that magical world, nothing is excluded. You can manifest the entire shebang, the whole magical world at once. It's not like one thing and then another thing. And no, the entirety of thing. It's like a movie. You jump into the parallel reality with that movie. But you have to have that vision. Nobody else is going to construct that for you. Nobody else is going to say, hey, maybe this will happen. No. No advice from the peanut gallery, okay, who says, well, maybe this is not going to work. Well, maybe this is too soon, too big, No. You know that you're made of magic, and that's your magical world. If you really, really, really download this shit, after you cleanse yourself of beliefs that do not serve you, even your best friend could come up to you and say, maybe this is difficult. Maybe it's impossible. Blah, blah, blah. And it could be a very well-meaning person, by the way. And you can look at them in the eyes and say, not for me. No, thank you. I know what you're saying, but no, thank you. I reside in my own fairy tale. I reside in my own magical world. And you don't even have to be like, this elaborate towards that, but you just say, no, thank you. No, I have a different idea. I have a different plan. I have a magical world in my mind that consists of everything that I want. No, it's not hard. It's very easy. I'm sorry, in your mind, you can say, I'm sorry that you thinking the way I used to think, but I've come to realize that the magical world is the only way to fucking live. All right? Nobody can stop you from yourself, being your best self, but yourself. Nobody can stop you from being your ultimate self. Now, this I realized when I was 12. And again, not to brag, but maybe a little bit. I don't know. I happened to be my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. I spoke about her already on my channel. She was extraordinary in many, many ways. But she had this book of spells. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to those comments. She had this book of spells for everything, like for healing, for anything you can imagine, basically. Like a really big book, by the way, really thick one, like maybe 1,000 pages. And I read through this book because she let me when I was like 11 or 12. And I was like, well, this is fascinating. So in other words, you can say some things and then it comes true. This is amazing. This is magic. This is magic incarnate. Like, hello. And you know what? You got them right. I used those spells for certain things that I really wanted to manifest. And It wasn't, now I want to make parentheses here. You can translate it to, the everyday world, like it's a affirmation or a script. Either way, you have to believe in it. So whatever you're doing with your mind, and I learned this at being 12 years old, even though it was like some kind of a mystical situation about spells. But I learned that if you say something, it's coming true. So you better fucking be careful what you're writing and what you're saying. That's what it really taught me, okay? You're the walking and talking magic. You are the magic. You talk, you think, you write. Everything about you is magical. Yes. Yes, it is. And magi, by the way, means imagination. Imagine. Now, to imagine, then you need to take action on it. But first comes the thought, imagination. So when you're thinking, excuse me, you're in fact imagining. Everything is imagination. The entirety of your world is imagination. It's not real. This is what I mean by not real. It's imaginary. It's a little bit like of a game. It's a cartoon, whatever you will. Like last night I was watching cartoons. I don't know. I'm that kind of a girl. Woody Woodpecker. I love him. It's like that. It's not that serious is what I mean. Your SP is a fucking cartoon. You can change him many times over, redraw him, paint him over. Make him lose weight, change his eye color, change the kind of money he makes, or change how he talks to you. Draw up your bank account, create your world, create your house, create your wife, husband, SP, whoever. This is all fabricated. Start your story by saying, first, number one, I'm in charge. There's nobody else to fuck with other than me, with me. I'm the only one here. Number three, it's inevitable, it's unavoidable that what I want will become. Parenthesis before the 3, maybe 2.1. Point should be, I work through my beliefs in Anna's coaching, and I have completely released all resentment towards everybody who's ever done me wrong, who I've myself manifested. Okay, this is a very kind of like short parenthesis here, but basically, if you have any kind of pattern that you've been producing over and over again, coaching is more or less mandatory. You're not going to work through it by yourself, okay? And then start painting anew on a brand new canvas. Inevitable, unavoidable. That's how you should treat your creations. It's just like I understood if I say a spell, it's unavoidable. It's inevitable. Nobody, nothing, no power in the world can stop it from becoming so, like Neville said. Nobody and nothing. I said so, and the only power that governs in my universe is myself. You realizing that makes you completely unfuckable with. But the trick is this. Do you know it? Do you understand it? Do you claim it? If you are tossing your power around amongst people like your SP and other co-workers, bosses, fucking whatever, family members and this and that, forget it. You just like, excuse me, this is my power, taking back my power now. Like this belongs to me. Thank you very much. I'll let you borrow it. Wasn't that much fun for me. Thank you. I take it back. Now, we're going to play this game all over again, but now it's going to be by my rules. Capiche? And then you can actually enjoy your existence. It's a whole other shebang, but some of you will have resistance towards even that because most of my clients are people pleasers and is this really allowed? Am I not hurting anybody's feelings? Well, what about when your feelings were hurt? What about that shit? It's about time you make up for that. That's all I'm saying. It's way more than imagination, more than a state. It's a new world, a brand new perception. So with the new world comes the new you. Well, first of all, it's reverse. With the new you comes the new world. You need to work on you, create the new you, which is part of my coaching towards the end of it. Once we clear out the garbage out of your living room, which is a metaphor for saying we clear out your emotions and beliefs associated with the past, and we work through that garbage. And then we construct a brand new version of you. Now, the brand new version of you can require maintenance, and some people come back for a refresher course, which I have no problem with. I'm always here to help. But the thing is, the brand new you is connected with the brand new world. And 3D is a little bit late, meaning it's delayed. You need to keep persisting. This is who I am, this is who I am, this is who I am, this is who I am. And eventually it will get the fucking message, and that's all that's going to play. I hope that I make that clear. The parenthesis here, I would like to include something. I really don't mean to, well, fuck it. I'll say it anyway. Those people who center their YouTube channels around narcissists, like everybody has a channel now, and people dedicate like their channels towards narcissists, and there are some dating coaches and life coaches. Now, here's parenthesis here, big parenthesis, so pay attention. I don't get it. Why people invest so much energy, or tarot cards, by the way, so much energy into instructing somebody to be aware of narcissists, or take readings of tarot cards, or here's how you date, and here's how you ignore your SP and no contact. And life coaches who, quite frankly, like talk a lot about nothing, when the truth is quiet. Like Tony Robbins, not for nothing. I try to like him. I don't like a lot of people in this kind of department, okay? And I'm sure some people, may go after me, but maybe not. He has some good ideas, but he's so loud, I can't hear them, okay? It's a lot of like, calm down. The truth is quiet. The truth is simple. Truth is elegant. This is why I love Neville Goddard, Neville, Bentinho Massaro, Greg Braden, Joseph Murphy, Dolores Cannon, also another one, also Scoville Shin. One of my clients actually paid me a huge compliment, said that I was a contemporary Scoville Shin. I was like, whoa. But she's a little bit old school, like in the way that a little bit too old school, but nevertheless, the thing is, what I would like to express here is that the knowing is quiet. The truth is quiet. Quietly assuming, quietly understanding your power, not being like, I don't know, needing to prove anything to the world. You just know you're the golden Buddha. You know that the universe is in your favor. Essentially, everything is in your favor, regardless of what it looks like right now, regardless of anything. The entire fucking situation around you, energies are floating around you to help you, even when you're not on your own side. Even when you're not on your own side, the universe is on your side. Okay, so for me, it's so elegant and simple once more, and so really pure, that when somebody tries to complicate it and make too many fucking bullet points and on the chalkboard or whatever, like the whiteboard, or in the case of Abraham Hicks, to go on for fucking ever, and before I'm already like asleep by the time she makes her point, I'm like, really? This is channeling? No, it's not channeling. Channeling is like this. You have a fucking point and then you expand on it. And you really explain to people in practical terms what the fuck to do in real life, not some abstract fucking vortex. Like, I'm sick of that shit. Seriously, somebody needs to like tell her to like retire or something, because there's a reason why people come to these seminars over and over again and are not helped. People are like confessing, like, this is my 5th time, this is my 7th time. Like, really? Oh my fuck. And you're still coming. Okay. Well, there you go. What's wrong with you, darling? Get into my coaching and I'll explain to you why you should never go to another fucking Abraham Hicks seminar ever. But I mean ever. You're made of magic. You're made of magic. All you need is somebody to explain to you, hey, you know what? First of all, it needs to be personalized. First of all, it needs to be that you understand yourself. That's how to become unfuckable with. If you understand yourself, okay, I have this fear, I have that problem, I have this hang up, I have this situation that I've picked up from somebody else, or this belief, or da 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 da. You know yourself, and you don't need some abstract fucking words. You don't need bullet points. You need you. You need you. That's all you need. And the world is you. And if somebody tells you anything else, they're fucking lying to you. Okay? So in essence, start developing your own preferences, your own inclinations, your own desires, your dreams. Don't be afraid of them. Welcome them. Be on purpose about it. Like, what really makes me happy? Is it art? Is it filmmaking? Is it entrepreneurship? Is it whatever the fuck? Starting my own new company, starting a coffee shop. I don't know. You know. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you want to do with your life and makes you happy, that's what the fuck you should do. That, can I tell you something? Big, huge, gigantic parenthesis here. That alone will make you become unfuckable with. Because when you love what you do, fucking forget it. Like, seriously, fucking forget. Everything goes at the wind. You can have the worst day, and even your worst day is better than most people's. Because you love what you do. At the end of the day, you're unfuckable with. And the last thing I'm going to say, last but certainly not least, and it's just a reiteration basically of everything I just said. Understand how the universe works. Invest in yourself. Understand that your words matter. Understand that your thoughts matter. Understand that everything that you watch on YouTube matters. Don't invest your precious time in listening to stupid people. Okay. But most importantly, invest in yourself. Create yourself anew. Whether that's coaching, whatever you do, just invest every single day. Just like right now, I had a manicure done. I love manicures. I don't get out of bed without my nails being perfect. Seriously. Toes and nails. I love that shit. Take care of yourself in the way that you know that you're the queen or the king of your reality. Take time to really position yourself in the world the way that you would like to be seen, not just for vanity's sake or just like for approval, but this is who I am. This is who I am. This is me. This is how I dress. This is how I do my nails. This is, what I eat. This is what I choose to be. This is this is the company I have. This is the income I have. This is the fucking SP I have. And this is how he or she is. This is my empire. Okay? And that's it. And nobody can fuck with it. If you're deliberate, if you're on purpose, and if you're one of a kind, magical creator who understands that all you need to do is put your imagination to work and say a few words, and it is done. Thank you very much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.